So we're gonna, I understand you might be getting some money under the table, but no need to disrespect me.
Sir, you're asking for respect. You should give respect.
I don't need respect. I need you to respect my civil rights. Keep your
I'm
mouth
respecting
shut.
your
Keep
civil
your
rights.
mouth shut.
Do not
Council
talk to
President,
me
tell
that
him to
way, and
shut
do
his
not
mouth.
talk to the council
Tell him
this
to
way.
shut his damn mouth.
Are
Not out of
engaging
order.
in
I
improper
am not
decorum.
I am not out of order. I'm within my legal rights.
You are
Thank you.
not permitted to curse. No, you are not.
Rosenfeld versus New Jersey. You're actually allowed to curse, and that was an event that
You
happened
are
actually
not
at a
to
BO. It
engage
does
in
not matter
any
if children are
obscene
present.
comment.
You're allowed to
Obscenity is not
Stop.
covered by the
I'd like
First
to reclaim my
Amendment.
time. Shut your damn mouth. I'm
Obscenity
reclaiming
is
my
not
time.
covered
Shut your
by
damn mouth.
the First
Shut
Amendment.
your damn mouth.
Obscenity
I'm reclaiming
is
my
He's
not-
time.
disrupting the
I'm
meeting.
reclaiming
We're gonna
my
ask.
time.
We're gonna ask him to
Obscenity
leave
is
now,
not
please.
covered by the First Amendment.
He's going to be asked to leave
It's
now.
my time.
Security could
I'm
escort him
allowed
out,
to
please.
speak. I am not interrupting. I'm speaking very softly.
No, you were
I'm
not.
acting
You
disorderly.
can't.
Jersey Watcher versus 6 Minutes. Are you aware of your rights and how comfortable would you be supporting them in a city council meeting or a court of law? Many of us are not formally equipped to step in those arenas against lawyers and city officials. For auditor Jersey Watcher, this has become essential for his local community. Jersey Watcher, a local to New Jersey and notorious to his public officials, has been apprehended, arrested, kicked out, and silenced several times for voicing his opinions in council meetings. No officers are denying city officials commands to apprehend him prior to his rightful 6 minutes time. Many ask the importance of the 6 minutes in the courtroom and why the officers are not following their commands. Officers have been educated from previous arrests and interactions with Jersey Watcher and are aware of his right to file a lawsuit following apprehension without allowing him time to speak. Council officials argue that he can be dismissed by the council regardless of his constitutional right to freedom of speech. However, although the Constitution does not require city officials to allow for citizens an input portion, it does guard the speech of the citizen during this portion if offered by the city council. What does this mean for the average citizen that is not auditing public officials or familiar with the 6-minute municipal code to voice their community concerns? This is concerning for those who are not familiar with the code and can be easily dismissed by the council. This raises the question, does the public input still hold value in community matters regarding the people? Do you know how many minutes your input is worth in your local city council meetings? For more information, check your local municipal codes in regards to city council meetings and procedures. We'll leave you a link to help you out.
After the end of the public portion, we'll get that answer to you. Any of the members of the public? Any first-time speakers? Seeing none, Christo.
Thank you for recognizing me. Crystal Edison, New Jersey, but I'd like to address
Name
through
and
the
address.
council to Margot and Councilman Brescher. A little bit of human decency, common sense, and logic. I came to this meeting. I followed the rules. I put my name up on the, whatever I was supposed to put my name up on. I even came here an hour early to do that. I showed up earlier than Councilman Coyle, and for him to show up here, make a mockery of this council meeting, and once again, create controversy around someone for absolutely no reason. Where does it say in the rules of this town council that I have to put my legitimate name? Where does it say? Why can't?
Christo, I'm gonna
That's not
interrupt you.
that's rhetorical.
I'm gonna
Why
interrupt
can't
you
I
right now.
identify as, let's say, Councilman Brescher George?
Christo,
You understand? Why can't if
Christo,
I'm
you're going to
not
stop
talking to
talking
you.
so I can talk. If
I'm
not, I'm going to have you
this
removed.
is my time. Robert's Rules of Order. You're not allowed to interrupt
I
the
can
speaker.
interrupt you. It's
My
the
clock
council president's
started.
meeting.
Councilman
Please have him
Brescher,
removed. If you're not going to listen, please sit down.
point of order.
Please sit down. You
Excuse
sit
me?
down.
It's my time to speak. I'm not.
You-
Point of order.
Christo,
I'm reclaiming my time.
Sit down.
I'm doing parliamentary
Sit down or
procedure.
I'll have you
I'm reclaiming
removed.
my time. Creating controversy again, where no controversy exists. I just said I'm reclaiming my time.
I'm not going to get into this with you. I'm asking to speak. You're going
He's-
to
he's-
respectfully stop
I'm
speaking so
asking
I
you
can
to
speak.
stop interrupting me. You can speak afterwards.
Point of order. Officers, please have him removed. If you're not going to sit down, you're going to be removed. He's not. It's
No.
Counselor?
Now, the council president is the presiding officer of this meeting, and he's charged to keep order. And he is perfectly within his rights to have any speaker stop speaking if they cannot follow the rules. You are asked, you do not have the right. If the council president asks you to stop because he wants to speak on a point of order, then he is entitled to do so.
No one called the
All right?
point
He
of
has
order.
also
I
asked
called
you
the
to be
point of
seated.
order.
You have refused to be seated.
What rule am
You are
I
now-
breaking?
You are now violating the rules of this meeting. There are rules of procedure,
What
which
rule
you are
am I,
violating.
and I'm asking,
You've
what
been
rule
asked
am
to
I
sit
breaking?
down.
What rule am I breaking? It's still my 6 minutes time.
You have been asked to sit down by the
didn't
presiding
vi-
officer of this
Councilman
meeting.
Brescher, I didn't violate any rule.
I'm going to ask you one
I
more
don't
time.
believe you did.
I mean, come on, this is.
Chris,
a
I'm
joke.
asking you one more
The la-
time.
What are they waiting for me to get shot?
Council
for no
President is
reason?
entitled
down.
to keep order in this meeting.
Please sit down.
Am I allowed to speak or not? I came up here to do my time.
If Council President tells you to sit down, he has the police remove you. You have the ability to sue this body, and I'm sure that the attorney will end up.
I don't want to go that
Paying
route.
you.
I don't want to go that route.
Well,
I'm out
Krista,
on bail.
are you
I'm
gonna
coming
allow
here
me
to
to
do my
speak or not?
constitutionally protected activity.
Order. Please, officers, either have him removed or we're going to move forward. It's one or the other. This is not going to be a back and forth. He's going to control this meeting. So,
He does by
Under
law.
what authority is that?
Lozman versus Riviera Beach Supreme Court ruling. Thank you.
I read that.
Great.
I've read it.
Sonia, who's running this meeting? The
Reviewed.
police department or the council president?
Council President runs the meeting.
Oh, do you have a directive, officer? And you should listen to your directive. I mean, follow through your directive. Okay? Follow through your directive from the chief and look into the orders of this proceeding of this meeting. Christo, I'm going to speak when I ask you to stop speaking. It's real simple. You just want to create a mockery of this meeting, and I'm not going to allow it anymore. I'm tired of you don't want to give your name. We've been nothing but respectful for you. You know, when you go to Carteret, they list your entire criminal history, okay? And you talk about human decency, okay? It's not fair how you operate and how you treat this council. The sad part is you're capable of a lot more, but you don't want to. You want to create a disturbance. I'm asking you to sit down. If you're not going to sit down, I'm asking the officers to remove.
Wait, I'm
That's it.
confused because I don't know. Is it my time? Am I allowed to?
Are you going to sit down? Yes or no?
So my rights are being violated. I'm not allowed to.
I'm
speak
asking you
my
to sit
6
down.
minutes.
If you choose to sue, you can get an attorney and file your lawsuit. Okay?
Under
You're
threat-
welcome to
under
do
threat
what you
of-
need to do.
under
I'm
threat-
asking you to sit down. Are you going to sit down? Yes or no?
You know, you guys told me to let him speak. I let him speak, and you know, under threat of intimidation and harassment, I'm going to sue Councilman Coyle. This is the second court claim.
It's fine.
Council President?
What rule did I break? What rule did I break?
Officers,
Council
we
President?
Did I
conduct
break?
this
What
meeting or
rule did
not?
I break?
Council President,
yes.
I'd like some clarification as to why he is being asked to sit down. He has the 6 minutes to speak his
Counselor?
piece.
Sure. From the outset, the council president asked him to give his name. He wrote fictitious names on the list, all right? At that time, he took the position that he did not have to give his name. As the presiding officer of this meeting, the council president has the right to set certain basic rules of decorum, and if they are not followed, he can ask that speaker to sit down. So I'm just, and as I witnessed what happened, the individual became more unruly, more difficult, and now made it impossible for us to proceed with this meeting. And if someone becomes an obstacle to just the general procedure of this meeting, the council president, as presiding officer, has the right to tell the individual to sit down.
My question is, he did, when he came back up to the podium, he did state his name is Christo Edison, New Jersey, then started talking about not being recognized because of what he put down on the list. But he did come back up to the podium and did state Christo Edison, New Jersey. So I'm still not clear. This 6 minutes is his to say whatever it is he wants. But he did follow the rules and gave Christo Edison, New Jersey.
But he also, if I could add, there was an opportunity where the council president wanted to interject, and the individual refused to even engage the council president to allow him to make a statement. And individuals, whether it be in public, whether it be the public or members of council, if the council president wants to interject, he has the right to do so. The speaker would not allow the council president to even make his remarks in response. So I believe at that point is where we broke down, and the council president then asked him to be seated because he would not even allow the council president to speak.
I'm just going to say, I'm uncomfortable with this, and I'm not sure why Council President couldn't just make his remarks at the end. So I'm not comfortable with this decision. Thank you.
I'm not going to comment. Councilmember Harris, you're a member of the council. You have a right to your opinion. The council president runs the meeting, and I'm not going to allow someone to interrupt the meeting and not let me speak when I'm asking to speak. It's the council president's meeting. Leave it at that.
And to the attorney, I guess I would like you to look at this, because I witnessed this at the Board of Ed, which we're not supposed to talk about. But it got to the point of the law that he talks about, where they went to our police chief, and it was like confirmed, from what I understood, that when a speaker is speaking for his 6 minutes, he is not supposed to be interrupted. And I don't care if you're the president of the United States or a council president, if he determines that what he said, what happened here was the resident now is upset, right? Obviously outside, he feels his rights have been violated. If we do get sued, I assume you're not going to defend us for free. So the whole thing is here because we couldn't sit here and listen for 6 minutes. It was only 6 minutes. I can listen to a baby crying for 6 minutes, right?
Yeah, I understand. And Councilman, and these are all very important points in that we do want to have, obviously we want to allow for free speech in this meeting. However, I will add that we have allowed this individual to speak at length to the most vulgar extent. And we have allowed him to express himself, and we have always made sure that his free speech was important. However, if the council president wishes to interject and that individual will not come into order to even allow him to make his point, the council president has the right to say, no, you're out of order, and I'm going to ask you to sit down. I think we have always respected free speech in this room throughout this entire year, and I know that many people in the community have been upset by the things that we've allowed to transpire in these chambers. But in this instance, when the council president made a decision, which he believed was in the best interest of the meeting, and I concur with his decision from a legal standpoint.
Council President.
Can we just close the public portion?
Council President, I think we should have anybody in the public to speak first.
Okay.
I'll close the
Is there any of the members of the public who'd like to speak?
When you go to check out previous projects, let's check out some of their previous projects. Oh, you see that? What's that new BA's name? Matt? Oh, you see that, Matt? They're not even construction projects. It looks like someone Googled a bunch of random photos, put it on their website, and then started smoking crack. And I'd call this hippie crack poetry. That's what it looks like to me. Let me read some of this.
Imagine cops harassing black, Latino, and Anglo-Saxon in the street with the cocked hammer. Imagine cops harassing black, Latino, and Anglo-Saxon in the street with the cocked hammer. Imagine cops harassing black, Latino, and Anglo-Saxon in the street with the cocked hammer. Wait, I had to let it marinate. Cops relax, cops relax, cops relax, cops relax, cops relax, cops relax.